Hello, Julia. This is Scott Adams, and this is my pitch for my screenplay, Re-Establishment. Re-Establishment is a story about three characters, actually. It's a story about Bob Baxter, an aging newsman who feels that he may have played ball a little bit too much during his career, and so now he's really looking for a story or a scoop on which he can redeem himself to society. The other positive character in the story, his name is Huey Douglas, and he happens to be a homeless man. And Huey Douglas is a man who has been cast away by society. He is a man that remembers the good times in life, and since he's been shit on for so long, he feels like maybe it's time to start doing some shitting of his own. And when Huey witnesses a crime that is committed by someone high up in power, he comes in contact with the aging newsman, Bob Baxter, who is looking for a story just like this. But the threat that is arrayed against our main characters, if you will, is embodied by the chief enforcer Hearst, who happens to be the head police officer of the city, if you will, who is in charge of crushing dissent and things of that nature, just to put it simply. And so Huey Douglas gets together with Bob Baxter, and they try and recover information that can help, lead to beginning to bring down the local city government. And they come up against Hearst, and in the background of the story are obviously political overtones. Characters keep mentioning the Re-Establishment Centers, which are centers that Chief Enforcer Hearst has set up in the city in order to take special undesirable prisoners, mainly political prisoners, dissenters, anarchist, homeless people, gay people, you name it. And so, after our characters go up against this giant force of evil, this Hearst, they kind of find out that maybe they should have just stayed at home. And I don't really want to say any more than that because I don't want to give too much of the script away. But the story has a very thick, maybe at sometimes, political undertones, but I really believe that these types of films as art are important because not only do they reflect the times and the society in which they come from, and the writer, which is me, but it's just important to spark discussion, important to maybe spur change of its own. Who knows who's out there and is going to read this script or to see this short film, and maybe it'll inspire them to bigger and better things. And so, that's how I feel about this script and my writing in general. It's like they used to say to Bob Dylan when he was, doing his thing in the early '60s, that my script is a script with a message. And hopefully that message comes across, and hopefully it's not too thick. I tried to make it a nice stew. And yeah, that's it. Hopefully you have enjoyed reading Re-Establishment this semester. And I would just like to say thank you for your help. All the pre-production exercises that we went through earlier in the semester have helped my writing enormously. Everything that we did, pre-pro wise, I have already used on further projects that I've been working on, and will continue to use them in the future. So there you have it. This is Scott Adams signing off.